I have to go back to the beginning of the CFC to have this part. Why? Because it wasn't initiated by the students in my class, but rather they really worked to make it happen. But then the supervision came from Jessica Cabana. So in 2012, November 1st, we had a meeting to talk about the food contract, coming renewal or the renegotiation of the food contract by the university. We had the Chartwells as a provider, and some students became alarmed that the Concordia University will continue to have an industrial food provider, such as Chartwells or Amarak or Sedex Marriott. And so after this meeting, we had the big meeting in next winter semester, like in January in 2013. And this is the time a lot of people came, more than 50 people came. And then we talked about what we can do and what needs to be done. And this was maybe the pre-transition conference gathering that was taking place in the same place, like 736 on the whole building. And with this the meeting, some people coming out of this meeting decided that we have to really create an organization. And I remember meeting in the basement of the School of Community and Public Affairs. When we meet, we struck the Concordia Food Coalition. And that was the beginning. And then there are many different ideas, but then food contract being one of the pillar of the CFC. And then some students wanted to resuscitate this idea of food systems group to build the Hive Cafe, because the Cameron Stephen and other people worked to really design and then promote the idea of creating a student-run cafe in the SC building, third floor or second floor of the SC building, like on top of the Buzz Bistro, then run by Chartwells. And so use that CSU space into make it into a cafe. And so that was the Hive project. And then we also had other projects which later came into reality. Some of them are still under construction, but transition conference was such one of those projects that people really wanted to engage. So it was led by Jessica, who wanted to make this happen, and then it was planned to happen in January or February of year 2014. And so I was teaching my food course in the fall semester of 2013, and I asked my students who wants to help this project come through. And so a group of students from my class joined the working group, and then they prepared for the conference, and which was really an enormous success, both in 2013 and 2014. And also a group of students from my class in 2014 fall semester helped to make this happen again in the 2014. So I hope that this would continue. And so if the students really feel like really engaging, say conference organizing, this provides an opportunity to learn how to do such things. And so I think that's one project that come out, or that is a project that has been supported by the students from my food course. And last semester, I had a group of students working with the Aryan Weeks who really wanted to start like a cooking club for Concordia students, how to learn how to cook kind of activities. And it didn't become a sustained organization yet, but I think it was also an interesting. A group of students wanted to start farmers market, and a group of students from my class engaged in creating the Concordia Farmers Market, which happened in the October of last year, and then continued to supply organic food to Concordia campus until April of this year. And I'm hoping that they will come back and then start doing and again in the fall of this semester, this year. And so I hope that that's another project. I think there are many interesting projects that kind of happened in my class, and something became like more like a permanent practices. And I'm hoping, for example, the Concordia student debt survey that my student had done this in the winter semester. It is not the food course, but then it is about, I renamed it, and now it is called Social Economy and Sustainable Futures. And in this 400 level course, students engage in some action, and then this Concordia debt survey was one of them, and I think this would become a part of the CSU mandate to continue to have this every year and then create the strategies to eliminate student debt so that the Concordia students do not need to suffer like taken hostage by the global financial institutions and become a slave to the corporate interests for the rest of their lives. So I'm hoping that by reducing debt, this becomes part of it. But it is not about food. But yes, it is about food, because the food budget is one of the biggest item in the student life. So by eliminating or reducing the food cost, by promoting the food production and cooking at home, I think these are very important part of the overall life of undergraduate students. And I think I hope that these projects could become permanent programs.